Texas. Welcome back to Sarah from Texas. I have missed y'all so much. I am back live. I am on TikTok. Hello. I'm on Instagram. I'm on YouTube, the Facebook group, and I think X. What is it called? Twitter? Whatever it is. Anyways, I have missed y'all so much. I hope you're doing amazing. I still chat with so many of y'all in the DMs and the comments, still making content, but it just got a little stressful. I love that Jeff Lewis is 2 hours a day now, but it got really hard to listen to it Monday through Friday from 11 to 1 my time, and then go live every day at 2 and chat about it. So I'm not sure what this will look like. But I missed y'all so much, and so many of y'all missed our community. I don't know if the name should still be Reality Water Cooler. I like that name. I don't know. Give me some ideas. Also, give me some ideas on like what day and time I should go live. I don't think I'm opposed to Monday through Friday. I mean, don't forget, y'all, my kids are older. Like, they're totally sleeping in. Like, they're not hanging out with me. I mean, they are, but they're not. If I have the wallet open, then they're hanging out with me. But anyways, there's just too much going on in July. Like, I do have friends that love Bravo, but I don't have friends that love Bravo and Jeff Lewis, or that listen to or watch all the shows that we watch. So, thank you. I am so happy to be chatting with y'all again. And honestly, if I could figure out, y'all know technology is not my friend. Okay. It's not my friend. I'm trying, but I'm 51, and my kids have taught me a couple of things on TikTok. I have been a TikTok queen lately. I don't know what it is. It's just easier to, as a creator, it's easier to make my videos on TikTok. They're just more interesting because they've got the backdrops, the screens. Forgive, I am still in my daughter's closet, but this daughter is back from college. She's got a beautiful paid internship right now. Thank you, Jesus. She is rocking her world. But I am back in the same closet, but there are clothes everywhere. So this is what I pushed away. If you only saw the amount of clothes she brought back from college, I swear to you. And I've got maybe 6 of those IKEA bags. By the way, if you need college dorm advice for girls, hit me up. I can help you. I'm about to have my 3rd daughter go away to college in August. I definitely know what you need, what you don't need. I just got this amazing ice maker for her. She and her roommate are going to share it, but anyways, I'm about to post a video of that on TikTok Shop. Anyways, so my kids have taught me a few things on TikTok lately. So, kids these days and us humans, we have gotten so used to like fast information. We don't want just somebody just sitting there talking. We want a backdrop, and then we want a different screen, and then we want you cooking as you're talking. Y'all, I cannot do that. I have ADD so bad. I just cannot focus. When Jeff Lewis was talking, I think on Jeff Lewis Extended yesterday, about how when he was in college and he had to go to the library to study because he couldn't like listen to music or his roommates and focus. That is me. My brother could blare the radio as he was studying. Now, I mean, he didn't do too well in school, but I can barely watch Real Housewives of New Jersey, which if you are not watching Real Housewives of New Jersey, just start with episode 8. Literally, just start with episode 8 of season 14. It's a doozy. Go watch my videos. I think I've got playlists on YouTube. Instagram doesn't allow playlists, really. That's another reason I like TikTok. I know some of you hate TikTok. There's so many things I like about it, including the playlist, because I can separate my videos and people can just watch if they're into Jeff Lewis. They can just watch if they want to see what happened between Chef Stu and Jeff Lewis. They can just watch, Real Housewives of New York content. You can just put those playlists in and listen to it, watch it, whatever. Anyways, but I can barely watch New Jersey and fold laundry at the same time. I'm not even kidding you. It's not the sound. It's that I can't focus. Like, I will rewind it 17 times if I miss one thing. So that's where it came hard to keep going live 5 days a week at 3 p.m. Eastern that I've been doing for 2 years, 5 or 6 days a week, literally without fail. But it was really hard for me to, yes, Karen, I am Sarah from Texas on TikTok. And I'm live on TikTok right now if you prefer TikTok. It doesn't matter. TikTok, I love being live on TikTok, but they don't put the replays up. Everywhere else will start the replays and air them. So anytime you miss anything, I think the only one though that puts in the live comments and keeps them is on YouTube. So on YouTube, if you're watching, the bottom right hand corner, I think it says live chat. And if you click that as you're watching the show, the comments from YouTube people, not from Instagram, not from TikTok, not from the Facebook group. I think the Facebook group will save the comments too. But anyways, just try to join live. That way, whatever your favorite social media platform is, usually on the profile, there are Team Danielle on that argument. Anyways, someone just asked about Team Jen or Team Danielle on New Jersey. I mean, that fight. Yeah, but do I like Danielle? No, I don't love any of the new girls. I kind of said that. I want them gone. They're pick me girls. Ugh. Anyways, what was I saying? If y'all are OGs, y'all know that I get off track. I forget my words. So thank you for always helping me in the comments. Anyways, but these will go up live. The replays will go up, but TikTok, they don't. But I know there's so many people that I chat with on TikTok. And, really, I wasn't on TikTok for the longest time. Hey, Rita. I wasn't on TikTok for the longest time because my husband was like, don't even do it. It's so addictive. Don't even get started on TikTok. Y'all, it is so freaking addictive. Probably because I don't understand Instagram Reels or Facebook Reels. If I happen to see it, then I'll just scroll up and see. And I usually on TikTok or on Instagram or Facebook, I've found this dad named Brian and Chris. They're a gay couple, gay married couple that have these twin, a boy and a girl. They're so freaking cute. And he videos him making breakfast for his kids. And he always asks them if they want a choice. Do you want pancakes? Do you want blueberry? I mean, he's the sweetest guy. But in general, I don't understand Reels. TikTok, I know TikTok, 1 a.m. if I'm, well, my kids don't come home at 1, but when I'm waiting for one of my kids to come home, because as a stay-at-home mom, that is my duty, and I'm happy to do it. My husband goes to bed somewhat early so he can work all day for us. Luckily, he goes to work early. He's home early. It's great. But I'm the one that waits up for our kids. Maybe it's all moms that wait up for their kids, but I'm the ones that wait up for our kids. So one of my kids has an 11 p.m. curfew. So, and often they're home way before that. But anyways, I can't go to bed until they're all home, right? So after they come home, I chat with them, make sure everything's okay. Look at their eyes. If you have teenagers, if you have young adults, I'm just saying, watch the eyes. I'm that mom. Anyways, I can't go to bed after that. So then I scroll, I have my AirPods in, doesn't wake my husband up, and scroll on TikTok. So anyways, I say that to say, I will keep going live on TikTok because even though they don't put up the replays, because I love that. Because yes, I love Tiffany Shump. She says, how do I put up comments? I've lost I didn't even know how to do this, y'all. Tiffany Chump, I love you. And I've met so many of y'all. I have met so many. I know I talked to y'all on the phone, on Instagram. Someone named Annie, I adore Annie, called me yesterday and I answered. I thought, oh my God, she probably just did this by accident. You can call on Instagram all over the world. It's free. It's like a Wi-Fi thing. But anyways, it's amazing. Anyways, but I always voice DM back and forth with y'all because it's just easier to walk around. And I've taught so many of y'all. Doug Buden. Love him. Doug Buden is the one that taught me a voice text, how to do that on Instagram. And then Margaret Josephs one time sent me a voice text. And of course, wet my panties. I was like, Margaret. Anyways, Mary, that black dress that I posted about on TikTok is so freaking cute. And I just got it out of the washer last night and shook it out. All the wrinkles came out. So when I bought it, I instantly put it on. It was so wrinkled. It's that material. Sorry, y'all, I'm talking about it. Somebody on Instagram talked about a thing I posted on TikTok in my showcase. Yes, and I'm monetized. I mean, shout out to my girlfriend Ashley, the Bravo Mom on TikTok. She is, I think her Instagram is called the official Bravo Mom because that name was already taken. But anyway, shout out Ashley. I made a video on TikTok talking about like how to help creators. A lot of people will ask me like how to do a podcast, how to, oh, I hope I don't lose my battery on TikTok. Shit fire. If TikTok goes out, if it goes blank, it's because I didn't charge my iPad. Pop over to Instagram at Sarah from Texas Podcast. Pop into the YouTube channel, Sarah from Texas, X, Twitter. If you're not already in the Facebook group, Sarah from Texas, you won't be able to join it unless Melanie approves you. But anyways, hop over to any of those if this goes out on TikTok. So if it does. Anyways, and now I forgot what I was saying. So I was making a video on TikTok, just that Ashley a year ago, the other day, June 23rd, 2023, texted me or, whatever, said, how much are you making on TikTok? I wasn't making money on anything, y'all. I loved the idea of doing a fan account. I had no idea what I was getting into. Y'all know I've learned some things, right? Oh, I kept this comment off and I'm trying to get it off. I can't get your comment off. There we go. Yeah. What's it saying? YouTube is preferred. That's the beauty of it all, is I'm a whore. And so I'm willing to use my computer for YouTube and Facebook and X. I use my phone for Instagram and I use my iPad for TikTok. So anyways, I just don't know a day and time, if I'll do 5 days a week again. I love making videos because it's kind of at my schedule. I can do it on my own, but there's nothing like chatting with y'all and getting into the comments. Oh yes. Jackie says, I missed the recaps of Jeff Lewis. Can you please remind me what time Jeff Lewis is on? Jeff Lewis is on Sirius XM. I'm going to talk in Pacific times right now because, well, I'll talk in Central time, Central Texas time. He's on at 9 a.m., 11 a.m. to 10 a.m. And then Jeff Lewis Extended, which he's hoping will just become all part of a 2-hour show. That contract won't happen till the fall, or the negotiations I don't think will happen till the fall. He chatted about it yesterday. I made a video. So basically in Texas Central time, so just add 1 more hour for Eastern or take 2 hours off for Pacific. He's on 11 to 1 p.m. Monday through Friday live. Then that replays. I'm going to switch. He replays that 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. I think he does Extended. Anyways, and then that replays the next morning at 7 a.m. Texas time. And then you can catch it whenever you want on the SiriusXM app. And I have made videos of how to show y'all that on the app. So anyways, that's easy. Kelsey, are you going to Cobb's? I'm not going to his San Francisco show. It is going to be the very first live show that Jeff Lewis has had since I became like a Monday through Friday fan. I remember, y'all OGs know this. I have SiriusXM in my car. I didn't realize how to listen to it on the app. So at the time I was an elementary school teacher and I couldn't listen to it live. So if I happen to be in the car at 5 p.m. my time in Texas, I could hear the replay. But if I had my kids in the car, we were not listening to Jeff Lewis. You know what I mean? I mean, my kids are now 14 and up, but this is 3 years ago. So they were 11 and up. We were not listening to Jeff Lewis. Anyways, so finally, when I quit teaching, became a stay-at-home mom again, I figured out the app and then I could listen. And then I realized I wanted to do a fan account, which I don't know. There's some regrets there, as y'all know. It's crazy talk. It's crazy doing a fan account. Like for Jeff Lewis, first of all, his fans, which is a good thing, his fans are some of the absolute most loyal and dedicated people. Saying that, they hated me. Some of them hated me from day one, literally commenting on my Instagram publicly. Why are you doing this? This is so stupid. And I was like, oh my God, why are people hating on this? After doing this 2 years now, I've since realized, holy crap, there's a fan account for everything in the world. Like there's 17,000 Bravo fan accounts. There's 13,000 Bravo podcasts. People don't go live as much because they don't, it's a lot of time and energy, and you get a lot of crap for it, right? I mean, they nitpick my hair, they nitpick, what I wear, they nitpick, if I tan or not. I mean, geez Louise, they nitpick everything. But it's also a lot to put yourself out there, right? So a lot of people don't want to go live. They just kind of make content or repost what page 6 repost what, Bravo TV. That's not my thing. I want to chat with y'all. When I have an opinion about something, I want to hear what y'all think about it. So I want y'all to get comfortable in comments. If I wanted to do a podcast where I just talk into the microphone, by myself, that's not what I want to do, right? I like to talk to y'all. And as much as over the two, y'all, I've said, I've got 4 daughters and 1 son. None of them watch Bravo. One of them got into Love is Blind. One of them is into The Bachelorette. We used to watch Big Brother as a family. I mean, but they were not into these shows. They're definitely not into Jeff Lewis. I mean, they think it's entertaining. They like hearing my stuff, but you know what I mean? Oh, hell no. I love this. Cut the Cameras dead ass on TikTok says you need to buy the Watch What Happens Live bag, the little $150 thing they sold on Watch What Happens Live the other day. So weird. We need an investigation. No, I already did a story about it. I looked into it. What a scam that is. Like they screwed people on that. I hope you didn't buy that. It's so dumb. First of all, it's $150. Poor Andy Cohen had to hawk this thing like it was great. Ugh. He said it was like worth over $600. Hell to the no, it's not. If you look at it, the first 2 or 3 things are gift cards to purchase on some of the Bravo Loves websites. Okay, so you know how that works. If that's like here's $10 if you spend $50. No, now you are charging me $40 to go and do something. But the list, go check out my video if you missed it. Because also it was just like a QR, it was just a blip on Watch What Happens Live. You might have missed it. I think it was the night that Jen Fessler was on. What night was it on? I don't remember. By the way, in a second, we're going to talk about everything I'm going to watch in July. There's so much stuff starting. There's stuff on right now that I want to watch, and I want to make sure you know what to watch. Anyways, when Rachel Fuda was on, okay, yeah. Which her ratings did better than when Teresa was on. Have y'all seen that yet? So Bravo and Cocktails, TMZ is my longtime source. I have watched TMZ for years. They're legit. When they post someone's dead, when they post someone's divorcing, it's pretty legit. I wish I wasn't so cheap and I paid for, well, it's not even that I'm cheap. I mean, I'm cheap, but I wish I paid for Bravo and Cocktails subscription, because they get some tea. They get the stuff. You know what I mean? They literally have it. But the thing is, I would want to tell you about it. I would want to talk about it. So even if I just can't, because I just can't. But they get some scoop. I say that to say they are one of my news sources, Bravo and Cocktails. And they posted the ratings, which I don't even know where they find that information. But they posted the ratings for Watch What Happened Lives with Rachel Fuda. and what's her face and Teresa Giudice's, and Rachel Fuda and them beat Teresa Giudice. So anyways, good morning, Jenny. By the way, y'all get to know each other just as much in comments and posting and whatever. So there is a Facebook group, Sarah from Texas. It is such an easier way to like post and then have, comments underneath it. It's a good way if you're lucky enough to go to the San Francisco show, which is tomorrow night, y'all. Wait, yeah, tomorrow night in San Francisco, Jeff Lewis's show, with all the chumps, Joey, Patrick and Pohl, Doug Buden, Jameson, I think, Jeff Lewis, of course. I don't think it's any women. I think it's all guys, all the boys. No, the flights to San Francisco. First of all, I'm traveling a lot this summer, which is awesome. Just got back from the Bahamas. Just got back from a college orientation, 3 days. Got a lot of trips coming up, so it's just hard. Out of town this weekend. It's hard. Wait, Donna, TMZ is not reliable now that the Kardashians own part of it? Who owns? Do you mean owns like financially, like facts? Y'all know I'm a facts girl. Or do you mean like they're in cahoots with them? I don't feel like TMZ is in cahoots with the Kardashians. I don't know. Although TMZ does keep me updated on freaking, what's his name? What's Kim's ex-husband, the latest ex-husband? Kanye West's wife. I'm obsessed with the lack of clothes that she wears. So TMZ keeps me up to date on that. But anyways, I don't think TMZ is owned by the Kardashians. No, my daughter's not going to Texas A&M University. A different Texas college, but she's not going there. Anyways, I say that to say, because Deja Monet just said, hey, chumpettes. By the way, if you're new, the whole chumpette thing was thought of by Pina. I love you. Shout out Pina. Because gosh, year and a half ago, we were like, what's our name? What's our, our little community? So like Jeff Lewis calls his listeners and he calls his inner circle friends, which gets a little confusing. I like to call them like listener chumps. He calls us his chumps. And then his inner circle friends, the chumps. So Pina came up with the idea of chumpettes, which is male or female or anything in between. If you identify as a puppy, if you identify as a lollipop, whatever. So chumpettes is our name, and I love that. But anyways, if you want to post an event or get together in your town, what have you, I know a lot of people, when I go to Austin, want to get together. When I go to Dallas, want to get together. Houston, we have there's 2 or 3 of us that get together regularly for 2 years now in Houston, and some others have joined us, but but joining the Facebook group, Sarah from Texas, is just a great way because it's got the events tab. When we did the last live event, which was May 30th in Irvine, when I flew out with my friend Ileana from Houston, met up with a bunch of other people, lunch, afterwards, all the things. It was in the events tab, so it was easier to. Hey, Nick from Puerto Rico. I know Nick is so bummed. Y'all know Nick from Puerto Rico. Whenever he calls into Jeff Lewis, he's the one that first called in years ago with Patty Stanger asking for like dating advice, and he fumbled it. It was hilarious. He had no game. Sorry, Nick, but you had no game live on the radio. You were probably nervous. But now I think, is he still? Tell me in comments if you're still happy with your dude. I love that. But he was planning. So when Jeff Lewis, this is what he does, y'all. Jeff will tease like a New York show, or wait, none. But are you still with your guy? Okay, I hope you are, Nick. I'm looking at the Instagram comments. And Nick was planning to visit his boyfriend in New York. So he was waiting for Jeff Lewis to announce the date of the next show, live show, so he could go to that and visit his boyfriend. And now I don't think that live show is going to happen in July because Jeff has said he just can't find a venue that makes it make sense financially, right? Flying all the people, you know what I mean? So that's what I always said. Everyone's like, oh, he should come here. He should come. It's 1 year this week. You're going to visit him for 3 weeks? Wow, y'all need to get married. Ooh, I love that. Yes. But anyways, so tomorrow night is the San Francisco show. So I say to say, if you're in the Sarah from Texas Facebook group, it is a really good way to make an event, meet other people. There is nothing. So Kim is the very first friend in Houston that I met up with, and we ended up having like a 3.5 hour dinner. Oh, I just died out. My iPad died on, so my TikTok is gone. So other people will be joining. Dead. Uh, I woke up. I'm still in my pajamas. I did brush my teeth. I woke up. I don't know, I make very quick decisions, and I'm like, I'm gonna go live. So then I realized I couldn't alert anyone because it was within the hour, and on TikTok you can't set up an alert or a schedule a live. On Instagram you can't schedule a live if it's within the hour. So I just made a quick video, and then I was like, well, whatever. We'll just go live. But my iPad was dead because I never use it. I literally bought it for, uploading to YouTube years ago when I first started this and I didn't know any technology. If y'all only knew the work I put into this freaking fun fan account, there's a lot of work that goes into it. So I think I started talking earlier about the, anyways, impulse. Yes. Oh my God. I always say spontaneous because it sounds nicer than impulsive. Impulsive sounds negative, but maybe I'm very impulsive too with, yeah, impulsive like an Aries. So you OGs know that I share a birthday with Jeff Lewis. He's 3 years older than me. I was born in 73. He's born in 70, but we share a March 24th birthday. So I'm really not into astrology, but I'm very Aries. What I read about it is very Aries. And so is Shannon Bedore. Who else is famously March 24th? There's one other person. I don't feel like it's a chump though. Maybe it is though. Huh. Um, oh, Krista's gonna be at San Francisco. Tiffany Chump, I love Krista. Do you get to go, or are y'all gonna be at Disneyland? I think y'all are gonna be at Disneyland, right? Oh, I love that ALW. March 24th is your daughter's birthday. I was apparently, my mom's passed away and dad, so I can't verify this, or I can't make sure it's still true. But the story is, I was like 3 weeks late. Can you freaking imagine being 3 weeks longer pregnant? I don't think due dates were as exact, back in the day. Uh, I was apparently supposed to be born like March 8th, and I was born March 24th. And I was still only like 6 pounds something. My mom was a smoker. Cigarettes, not anything else. But, they claim kids were. My mother-in-law claims, God, my mother-in-law claims that she smoked more cigarettes when she had her daughter 4 years later after my husband because he was like 9 pounds. And she didn't want him to be so big. I'm just saying, it's not a bad thing. It was the 70s, y'all. It was the 70s. They also used to say cigarettes weren't that bad in like the 50s. Anyways. Okay, let's chat. First of all, put anything in comments you want to chat about. We're going to get off real soon, though. I haven't watched yet The Perfect Wife. It's on Hulu. I do want to watch it. This is the wild ass story. I love crime. Well, I don't love crime. I mean, I love crime documentaries and stuff. This is the wild story about a woman, a wife, a mom who was having an affair. It always comes down to the wiener, right? There's always a wiener or vagina reason. They're chasing the wiener, chasing the vag. She was cheating, come to find out, and she like faked her kidnapping and like even messed with her, like even hurt herself, like did something like, I mean, it's a crazy story. I cannot wait to watch it. Cannot wait to watch it. That is called The Perfect Wife on Hulu. So I am going to watch that. I want to chat about that with y'all. I love Celine Dion. It's a weird story to me. I am Celine Dion on Amazon, which means it's free. You can get Amazon for free. Well, sort of free. But I mean, she's got this stiff stiff syndrome that affects like 1 in a million, literally. It's crazy. So that's awful. She apparently has a seizure live while they're filming. So I sort of don't know that I want to watch that. She's so beautiful. She's so thin. I know I sound like Jeff Lewis, but I'm just saying she's so thin, and so everything she wears looks beautiful. Her voice is beautiful. But I want to know the scoop on this. Remember, y'all, her manager, who she ended up marrying, he's passed away from cancer. He's the father of their 3 boys, I think. I think there's a boy and then a set of twins. Y'all, I'm probably wrong on this. I'm not a Celine Dion obsessed fan account, right? Uh, but I think she met him when she was like 12 and then ended up marrying him. He was a lot older than her. That grosses me out. Like, what about and we know this happened with Elvis Presley, right? Ugh, but that was at least longer away. Ugh, this happened in like the 90s, whatever. But Celine Dion, I guess he was like her music manager, whatever, in Canada, a lot older than her, ends up marrying her and being happy and whatever. But that's a story I want to hear before Celine Dion gets to where, sadly, maybe she won't be able to talk, maybe she won't be able to move. I don't know. Maybe she'll be able to talk with. I don't know. I need to learn about stiff syndrome. Okay, and Owning Manhattan on Netflix. I want to watch that. That starts soon, or maybe it just started. Because since we got rid of $1 Million Listing New York, and this is, I think, the Ryan, oh crap, what's his, Serhant? Ryan Serhant, the cocky dude that now has like salt and pepper hair. He's married to the love of his life, who's freaking an amazing attorney, beautiful. They have a little girl, amazing family he married into. Like, they're so fun. Yes, ALW. The doctors probably had a cigarette puffing as he delivered most kids. Yeah. When I got my first job out of college in 1995, you couldn't smoke. And I worked at Fox Sports, like a TV, whatever, in Houston. And you at that time, 1995, they'd already started where you couldn't smoke. Guys that smoked took a smoke break outside. But we had this one manager that was old school that didn't give a fuck. And he would smoke in his office, and it was so gross. He was gross in general, but anyways, you can't smoke anywhere nowadays, which is probably a good thing. In July, 3 freaking amazing shows. First of all, right now, I'm watching Dubai season 2. If you're not watching it, I promise you, I forced myself to watch season 1 of Dubai. Didn't love it. I've never been to Dubai. Don't even know where it's at on a map. It sounds so clean and utopia. I don't know, but I don't understand why all these expats live there. Why do all these Americans go there? Especially if it's so expensive. I don't understand that. But anyways, season 2 is worth it. I'm really liking it. I really am. Chanel Ayan dresses like she's walking down a runway just to go to lunch. It's hilarious. The fights are getting good. I loved Caroline Stanberry and her husband Sergio on Jeff Lewis Live last week when he was in New York. Go listen to that if you didn't. I actually liked it. And he is like a social media whore. Like, he is really good about posting their social media. So Caroline comes up on my TikTok all the time. It's really good content. So Welcome to Plathville season 6 starts July 9th on TLC. I'm kicking myself for sleeping on this show. Their freaking family, speaking of utopia and perfect, this blonde hair, blue eyed, I don't think they're Mormon. I think they're non-denominational. Somebody correct me. What are the Plathville religion? This is a family. They all look like twins. There's like a bazillion of them. Okay, maybe only 9 or 10 or 11. I don't know. Some of them aren't even on TV. Season 6 on TLC. I kind of watched season 1, but they were so boring and perfect. Like, they don't drink soda. They homeschool. They do the dating thing like the Duggars. Well, that blew up. I mean, I definitely watched 19 Kids and Counting from day one, and all the stories that led up before 19 Kids and Counting, and that family's imploding by the day. Like, what's going on with them? Somebody comment what's going on with the Duggars. Like, has anyone checked on Jimbo lately? How is Jimbo? Now that his girls are older, they're not under his thumb. They're talking about how he took their money. We know the oldest boy, what's his nasty name? Is he still in prison? I hope so. I think some of those issues, I don't know if I can say it on YouTube. Some of the issues that Josh Duggar is in prison for, the subway guy, remember that dude? Those issues don't go away. You know what I mean? They can't be fixed. So just put them away. Anywho's, welcome to Plathville, July 9th. I'll definitely be watching that. I need to find season 1 for free. So I found on my DirecTV, I hit menu on my DirecTV and then it says like on demand. It only comes up with season 4. I need season 1. I think it's worth it. I think I need to do that. $1 Million Listing LA starts on Bravo July 10th. This is like season 15. Now it's only like Josh, and the other Josh Flagg, what's the other brother? Josh Altman and Tracy Tudor. I've met Tracy Tudor a couple of times now at Jeff Lewis party. Well, not Jeff Lewis parties. I mean, give me a break. Like I'm invited to Jeff's house. No. Where have I met her? Maybe the Hollywood House of season 2. I can't even, y'all can't remember. But definitely I met her because I chatted with her a long time. Her and Kristen Takeman on the balcony at the party that Jeff hosted the night before BravoCon 2022 started. 2023? Yeah, 2020. Ugh. Anyway, she's freaking gorgeous. Like, so is Patty Stanger. That y'all have told y'all that. Met Patty Stanger a couple times. I don't know why she filters. She's gorgeous. You just finished watching Flipping Out, Tiffany Chump? It's the best. Go back and watch Flipping Out. Even if you've watched it live, go back and watch Flipping Out. And there's 11 seasons of Flipping Out. Watch Interior Therapy. It's more of Jeff's relationship with Jenny Poulos and Zoila. Zoila's in like every episode. There's only 2 episodes. It's more of sort of Hollywood House Lift. It's kind of a mixture of Hollywood House Lift meets Flipping Out. You know, but it's more fun. It's more him and Jenny just having fun. The good old days when, you know, he would shove her out of the car to go take a picture next to a homeless guy. I mean, probably get canceled for that now, but it's funny. I mean, you know, Jeff's funny. He's like a 12-year-old boy for sure. Interior Therapy is so good. Okay. The next show I'm going to watch in July, Real Housewives of OC, starts on Bravo July 11th. I am dying. Jeff is really good friends with Shannon Bedore. And he had a lot to say on Watch What Happens Live last week or 2 with him and Caroline Stanbury. They both agree that, you know, Bravo did her dirty. I don't agree. I mean, I'm sorry. She is I think when I met her we share a birthday. She's 60, just turned 60. You know, she can make decisions for herself. She knew the cast that was coming. She knew that Alexis Bellino, what's Tamara call her? Jesus Jugs? Alexis Bellino. Boy, did she do a 180. Remember her storyline with Jim when they were married? Oh my God, we're holier than thou. Oh, now she's freaking talking about banging out every day with John Jansen and grossing me out. Her needs a vaginal rejuvenation. Gross. You've got teenagers. Let's not talk about your vag, okay? Gross. Ugh. Anyways, what else? Shannon knew that. She, as a 60-year-old woman, made the decision to do that, to sign up and put herself through that. Do I wish that she had more people on her side? Yeah, but is it going to make better TV? Probably. I mean, we're not here for Shannon to, you know, we're here for Shannon to go wild. I mean, that's the good TV, right? That's why everyone's talking about New Jersey. It was kind of boring in the beginning and it was like these stupid parties, whatever. But now that freaking Jen Aiden put her hands on Danielle and Danielle through the plastic glass it had to have been. And now that we know there's no reunion, now that we know there might be a reunion of sorts, July 15th. Again, my news source, Bravo and Cocktails, is saying that there's July 15th, they're going to film something like a reunion. They need to. First of all, Andy Cohen keeps saying, I listen to Andy Cohen live Monday through Thursday on his radio show on Sirius XM, and he always gives some good information. But he keeps saying, you're not going to need a reunion. You're going to see the finale of New Jersey and realize we don't need a reunion. No, so much more have come out now about the bloggers and these text messages and DMs that Jen Aiden has sent. Maybe Teresa hasn't sent them, like she denied on Watch What Happens Live when Andy asked her about it. But I think she's in cahoots with Jen Aiden. Do I think Jen Aiden is the puppet and she will do what Teresa asked for her? Yeah, because she's a fame whore looking to be on camera, looking for all the publicity, whether it's good or bad. Again, that's why she gets stumbling drunk and vomits in her husband's Porsche or whatever that was. She's probably doing it for rating. Ugh. Anyways, I have thoughts on Jen Aiden. But anyways, I don't even know what I was saying with that. I get so distracted. So distracted. This is the good thing, though, about not, I can now watch the Jeff Lewis video at night when it comes up, and I can see the interactions. I can see, like last night I'm watching, and when Jeff asked Glam by Pam for the bra, the Shannon Bedore bra off Amazon, the way she is staring at her phone for the next 5 minutes, like checked out of the conversation, you see that on the video. You heard a little bit when Jeff said, hey, like, look at that later. Maybe we'll do that on a commercial break. But you can see the video. It is so much better. I wish they would do the video live. I wish they would do the video of Jeff Lewis extended also. I think they're in talks for that. Jeff gave us an update, and I did post a clip about it because he did talk about how basically he was doing a raw dog. Do you know what a raw dog is? I mean, I think we know what raw dogging means. It means you're, banging it out without a condom, right? But in this instant, raw dogging, Jeff taught me about this yesterday. It's raw dogging your emotions. So check it out. I've seen it on TikTok because I, of course, had to look it up last night. It is mostly men that are on long flights, and they pull up the TV in front of them. So it's probably not, a cheap, JetBlue or whatever what's that cheap Spirit? It's probably not on Spirit. The screen in front of you, they pull up the map of where they're going. They put their phone away. They put their iPads away. They put their laptop away. They don't drink water. They don't eat. They don't go to the bathroom. They are basically raw dogging their emotions, and they're just sitting in their junk. They're just sitting in life. What I need to do. Jeff has talked about this a lot of times. He's talked about crying on the airplane. Can you imagine? First of all, Jeff flies business most of the time, right? So that's not exactly, I don't know. I do Southwest, y'all. There's no distinction on Southwest. Sometimes I'm in the front row. It doesn't mean I paid anymore. It just means I'm flying by myself and I squeeze between two people in the center row. Anyways, Jeff flies not private, but business, where he's in the first 5 or 6, 10 rows. And they might have a little curtain that separates them. They might get better food. They might get better snacks. They might get served first, blah, blah, blah. But no matter what, there's chumps. There's listener chumps that get on airplanes with him. Can you imagine looking over and seeing Jeff Lewis just crying? Wow, he has been so emotional lately. So emotional. He's single now 8 months. And he said that's the longest he's ever been single. It's crazy. He was talking about that with Tracy Tudor yesterday. Anyways, so raw dogging is just sitting in your emotions. So he's talking about doing that recently, coming back from New York to LA, which is probably like a 6-hour flight, right? And he says he goes through all the scenarios of what he's going to do if Hollywood House Lift, if the TV show doesn't come back. He's got this plan A, plan B, plan C. Jeff is a freaking business man, business brain. He is always thinking. He surrounds himself Everyone says, oh, he pays everyone around him to hang out. He has said, I pay people to hang out with me. I don't pay them, but I mean, he pays for dinner, which is, it's a tax write-off. Give me a break. Because he gets content from them, right? He gets content from them. He has said, I need the TV show to come back up, because if not, I'm just sitting here like thinking about things to do, thinking about things to say for my show. He's got 2 hours a day, Monday through Friday, to chat about his freaking life. We know there's some things he has decided he can't talk about his private life, in regards to his daughter. But other than that, he pretty much talks about everything, which is what we love. But we also know it's kind of weird, right? Like, we want to hear it, but yet we do think, Jeff, save that. Don't put that out there. You don't want that. The stuff that's going on with the housekeeper, whoever stole and returned this diamond necklace, like that accusation. When he blasts the dog babysitter, whatever that company was called, the doggy daycare place. When he encourages people to email and call the HOA of his brother Todd's place for not putting him in the 4th of July parade. I mean, again, Jeff's fans are loyal to a fault. I mean, crazy loyal, which is a good thing, but crazy. Anyways, he doesn't talk about taking testosterone, AUS. I always want to call you ASU, Fly Girl. His hormones. He's still taking testosterone. I think he's been on testosterone for 2 or 3 years now. But remember when he talked about the guy, I think he's switched doctors, a guy that was putting him on way too much. Maybe that was kind of why I would say he went through an asshole phase, but I don't know if it's an asshole phase. As much as I love Jeff, he definitely has he has his moments. And I think he said recently, a couple weeks ago, he was stressed out, everything that was going on in his super private life, which is his ex and his daughter and the everything. And then the negotiations, if Amazon is going to bring him back, if he's shopping around, which he can legally do, he is probably shopping Hollywood House Lift. He has said that Amazon has come up with another idea that maybe includes more chomps. I remember about 6 or 8 months ago, I was listening to the show in my AirPods, and I was going into J. Crew, the outlet, to go shop. And isn't this weird how you remember where you were? Like, why I'm so weird like that? So weird. But he was talking to Mercedes Javid and saying, hey, I've got this idea and it includes you. Well, I mean, Jeff ain't dumb. That girl, I mean, she's huge from Shaws of Sunset. She blew up again. She's been on Jeff Lewis. She's got her own podcast with her husband, Till the Dirt. She's a realtor. She's a mom boss. But also on The Trader season 2. She blew up. She knows good. She's good TV. I think MJ, for better or for worse, I think she knows how to play things up sometimes. I think Jamie Kennedy is playing things up a little too much lately. Like, he's getting a little fake to me. I don't know, like the stuff he's posting on Instagram and leaving comments on. We've heard him talk to Jeff about, I want to be on video. Like, why isn't Jeff Lewis extended on video? Like, I want to be on video. He has also whined about, why aren't our pictures, our coffee pictures of sorts for extended put up on your Jeff Lewis? I don't know, fame whorish. I don't know. He's just on my nerves lately. And then with his girlfriend, hot, whatever, Alyssa, is that her name? Now being one of Jeff's nannies. And he'll talk about like, oh, I know things, but I'm not going to talk about it. And then immediately is like, oh, so my girlfriend told me about these barrettes that are Monroe's. And, I'm just like, you were dying to talk about it. Anyways, yes, Malibu Barney. Interesting name. Do you live in Malibu? Are you rich? Why isn't it extended on video? It should be. I don't know. Does it cost more? I think people, by the way, usually when I go live, the video goes up and it goes up also as a podcast, Sarah from Texas. I'm figuring that out because I couldn't get into my podcast. So I can't put this up as a podcast. I also don't know how to record not live. I know how to record like a regular podcast with somebody that's not live and put it up as a podcast. I don't know how to do this and then put it up as on YouTube. And anyways, I don't know how to do it. Technology. Uh, I don't know if the video is where it's at. People want to listen as a podcast, but the good news is Spotify has video. A lot of people watch my video on Spotify. Even though you can listen as an audio also on Apple Podcasts and on Amazon Podcasts, everywhere you get your podcasts. Spotify has video. I don't know why everyone doesn't have video, because if I have an option, like if I'm listening to one of my favorite podcasters, which is the Sarah Fraser Show, Fraser, love Sarah Fraser, or David Yontef, her videos with him when they go together behind the velvet rope. I want to watch them the whole time, so I like, instead of just listening, but it's easier to listen in your AirPods as you're doing the dishes, walking around, going to, Marshall's, TJ Maxx, all the things, doing all your errands. But if I have the option, and the time, I really like to watch a video, because I like looking at Sarah Fraser, looking at her phone, or, if her husband Schman is on, I like seeing their interactions. You know what I mean? I say that to say, which I'm saying a lot, and I'm sorry about that. The cameras are already set up, Malibu Barney. So why don't they? It must cost extra money. I don't know. I want Jeff Lewis extended on video too, because even last week, I think it was Justin Martindale and Ryan Bailey. They are not on together as much as they used to be. And that is a duo I love together. They've kind of been separating them a lot. Anyways, I love them together, but I do like a male and a female, or two very distinctive voices. Because if I'm listening, I do get confused on who it is. So I do think that's why he likes having a male and a female. But anyways, they were teasing on the extended that you should see when Andy Cohen was on. They were like, oh, you should see what they're saying or whatever during the commercial breaks. And then I got all excited. And then I realized, oh, Andy Cohen or Bravo doesn't allow himself to be on video. I don't know why. What the hell does it matter? So that wasn't on video. So that's why that wasn't on video. It's on audio on Jeff Lewis, Sirius XM, but it's not. Anyways, I love video though. Anyways. Okay. Well, it is less than 30 minutes till Jeff Lewis Live comes on. We don't know who's going to be on, because what's her face? Who was supposed to be on? Crap. She bailed. Anyways, so they're trying to get somebody else to come on with Michael Hitchcock today. Who was the girl that was supposed to be on? Oh God, it was kind of someone I wasn't super excited about. Anyways, so we will get off. Make sure you're following me. It's free. It's the nice thing to do. Cheryl Hines. Thank you, Bridget. Thank you. And I do like Cheryl Hines. I just don't love, there's some people I'm not loving on Jeff Lewis. Maybe they need to grow on me. It does take about 2 or 3 times, and Jeff has said this. It takes a few times for it to grow on some people. Anyways, but I'm on every social media: YouTube, TikTok, Facebook page, Facebook group, Instagram, X, Threads, blah, 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 blah. Mama Judy, why does it say you just started following me on Instagram? Did you unfollow me? Y'all, I lost so many friends the last few months that just quit talking to me after January. Anyways, I miss a lot of people, but all of a sudden I'll think, oh, I haven't talked to that person in a while. Let me go see what they're up to. And then I look and it says follow instead of follow back. And that means they unfollowed me. And you know what that means on Instagram? That means bye, girl. Anyways, I know I come off as, crazy, but I'm very emotional. Things do hurt my feelings. But anyways, how you cannot hurt my feelings is click the follow button, click the subscribe button on YouTube. I know it says subscribe, but it's free. Doesn't cost any money. All my content is free. You might have to watch a commercial, but I work hard. I listen and watch a lot of stuff to chat with y'all, and it does take up a lot of time and energy. So, um, I'm happy that Ashley, my friend, the Bravo mom, a year ago taught me how to be monetized on TikTok. And from that, I got monetized on YouTube. Anyway, so I would have never known how to do all that or been motivated to do it. So, anyways, yes, AUS shifts, relationships shift. I've had a few hurtful ones myself lately. I'm sorry for that. And that's something, I mean, I loved the name. So if you were really OG, in June or maybe July 2022, I changed my Instagram name. I asked Jeff Lewis permission because even though, I don't work for him, I'm not in cahoots with him. We do have a lot, we are friendly. I do text back and forth with him and he answers my text. I love that he said last night he doesn't answer anyone's text. He always answers my text. Anyways, immediately too. Anyways, I don't call him randomly, but when we set up a call, he takes my call or I take his call. Anywho, what was I saying with that? I got relationships. I don't know why I got mixed up on that. Anyways, follow me. I don't know exactly when I'll go live. I do love going live though, but if you hit on every one of them, I think on YouTube it says notify me. On Instagram, on my profile, there's a bell notification and you can choose to be notified for posts, notified when I go live. TikTok, I think, has the same thing. I don't know about Facebook, but anyways, but all of that stuff, just, when you comment, when you like something, all of that is free. Help a middle-aged wife and mom out who's just having fun, wants to chat reality TV. I want to continue the friendships that I have with so many of y'all on chatting on Instagram, chatting in comments, because it is so fun. But there is other people to meet and other people to meet in your city. So join the Sarah from Texas Facebook group and put on there, hey, I live in Maine. Does anyone want to get together for lunch? Do it safely, like do it at a public restaurant, blah, 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 but if you're going to a John Hill show and want a friend to go with, don't not do something because you don't have a friend to do something with. I promise you, this is our community. These are your people to get together and do fun stuff with. No regrets. I think us moms, us women in general, are used to putting ourselves last. No more of that, y'all. I mean, get out. Let's meet people. Let's do stuff. Let's not think, oh, I don't want to go to that because I don't have a friend to go with. No, I'm not ballsy enough to go to things alone. I always have to make sure there's people I'm going to meet up with or whatever. But I've really been proud of myself in the last 2 years of like flying to so many events, a lot of them by myself, and meeting up with other, chump listeners to do some fun stuff. So, and I'm so glad I did because I don't have anyone. It's really hard. It's very expensive, but it's also hard to find a friend that's into the same exact show as you or into the radio show, can fly out, can buy that ticket, can go, wants to go. They're not sick. There's a lot of things that make people change their minds. So, yeah. Yes. Yes. Tiffany Chump. I love, and so many have become such good friends. Tiffany Chump says, I love the chumps that I've met. We've had the best conversations and so many good memories. It is amazing. But anyways, okay, we're going to wrap it up. If you didn't join live, go back and you can watch the replay of this everywhere from the beginning. Again, I don't have an exact schedule of what summer will look like. So just make sure you hit the notification for when I go live. If not, if you follow me, you will get notified when I post something and it will come up. It's not up as a podcast yet. I'm going to have to figure that out, but it will be eventually back to a podcast option also. But I'm up everywhere at Sarah from Texas. So be kind, hit the thumbs up, hit the like button, the little heart, make a comment. All of that helps a content creator's engagement, algorithm, blah, blah, blah. it's just the nice thing to do. Even when I'm scrolling through stories on Instagram, I'm hitting with my right button to go to the next, and with my left hand, I'm hitting the heart button. You know what I mean? I'm hearting that just to give them a, "Hey, I see you, thanks for taking the time to make an Instagram story and entertain me," type thing. So, anyways, yes, Maggie May says, "Good morning and welcome back." Good morning and welcome back to everyone. Anyways, okay, and I'm sorry, my daughter's closet's a little, she has so many clothes. But look, there's the OG. I don't even have the lights on the fake olive tree yet. I should have turned them on. Anyways, okay. Bye, y'all. Let me know in comments what day and time works best for you, and we'll see. But I don't know. I love chatting with y'all. I missed y'all so stinking much. Missed y'all so much. And a lot of y'all missed our conversation. So happy to be back. Bye, y'all.